What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Thursday. Yes, a thirsty Thursday, as always. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast. Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. How's everybody doing? Have you gotten entered into the Amazon gift card giveaway yet? I see some people falling off on the subscriber list here. You got to be subscribed if you want to enter the contest. You got to like, subscribe, comment on the Amazon gift card announcement video. The link will be in the description of this show. So click the link, go like, subscribe, and comment on that video. All right. That's how you got to enter. All right. Today, there's been a lot of talk lately, and this topic has been on my mind for a few weeks now, and I finally got to it. I did some digging, did some research on it. I like to give you guys a little bit of information, not a lot, just enough to keep you hungry. But anyways, so there's an issue going on here within the Ohio State coaching staff. And you probably know what I'm talking about. Larry Johnson versus Jim Knowles. It's about a 14-year age difference here, so I don't know who would win in a fight. Larry's definitely got the size on him. Larry could probably take a punch. Definitely got the weight advantage too. But anyways, I don't think they're ever going to spar physically, at least not that we would know of. So the big question is, this jack position that Jim Knowles has implemented with his defense, brought it over last year. We saw Jack Sawyer playing it most of the season. And Jack's a little big. He's like 260, 265 now, I think. So anyways, this jack position, the two coaches don't seem to see eye to eye on this. When they did interviews a couple weeks ago, they sat like 20 feet apart and gave differing opinions on what position group this player, the jack position, should come from, either the linebackers or the DN room, D-line room. So we know Larry's resume. I mean, we don't need to go through it. He's 71, like I said. He's entering his 27th season as a college coach, 9th year at Ohio State. He was the only returning defensive staff member kept on after 2021. He's coached 6 Big Ten Defensive Players of the Year, was rumored to retire after 2021. That did not happen. We did not get that transition year that I've talked about multiple times. Last year was supposed to be a transition for the next coach in line. They did not bring anybody in. So anyways, thus no retirement. It's like it's not happening this offseason either. So anyway, there's other issues in play here. Larry Johnson likes a heavy rotation with his D linemen. Jim Knowles is a not rotating guy. He's like the opposite. He doesn't like rotating. He believes that your starting lineup is your starting lineup, and unless a guy gets hurt or tired, or they're adjusting to the offense's formation, a guy shouldn't come out that's a starter. Now, I think you can make the argument that for D linemen, guys aren't in exactly the same shape as the back seven, linebackers, safeties, corners. Guys are a little bigger, they're carrying around a little more weight. So they're going to get tired faster. So, but does this mix with Jim Knowles' scheme? Is it Knowles's or just Knowles? I don't know. Anyway, get back to me. So what's going on with this Jack / Leo? I don't know why we're calling it a Leo position anyways. Who's the perfect person for that? I'm not sure the guy is on the team. Maybe, I don't know. So should the jack position come from the linebackers or D line? Jim Knowles said should come from the D line room. Larry Johnson says it should come from the linebacker room. And I said this almost at simultaneous moments during their interviews. Larry Johnson had some comments about Jack Sawyer. He said, long term, I can say right now, yes, I would like to see Jack Sawyer's full development at defensive end. He said, I think we got to make that decision and go for it. I think we'll do that a little bit in the spring, just try to get him a home and let him go play. I agree 100% with that sentiment. I think you do have to give him a home, whatever that is, and just give him his marching orders and go fucking carry him out, right? So, but here's the thing. Jack Sawyer played the jack position last year. He only had 4.5 sacks, 6.5 TFLs. Not great production. He was inconsistent because I feel like he didn't know his role. He did not know his job entirely. Especially the last 2 games of the year. He only had 15 snaps against Michigan, 16 snaps against Georgia. I pointed this out before when we talked about the D-line. Why is that? If Jack Sawyer, keep in mind, a 5-star defensive end edge rusher coming out of high school, in his second year as a sophomore, played traditional D-end as a freshman, sophomore switches to the jack role. Larry said that he should concentrate on edge rusher this season, and they can get the best out of him. I agree 100%. I don't know if this jack position is built for Jack Sawyer. I think he's put on a ton of muscle, been in the weight room, and now I think he's built like an edge rusher, that 6'5", 265-ish range, So also there's Caden Curry. He'll go into the offseason number 2 on the depth chart at defensive end. Larry Johnson said. He said, I don't want to move him. I want him to learn how to play that position and play it well. And so I think he's got a good chance to really be a factor for us now as he settles in going into the second year. I agree. Again, another defensive end, Caden Curry, going into his second year. You got to give him a role. You can't just keep changing every other year, his job. We're seeing the issues with Jack. And Larry also said that the jack position can come from the linebacker position. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to say exactly what is going to happen right now because we haven't sat down and said, here's what we're going to do. But it doesn't have to be from the defensive end position. It could come from the linebacker position. So he says it there twice in 3 sentences. He says twice that the jack position can come from the linebacker room. So the way I see it, Coach Jay has dug his heels in, and regardless of your opinion, I mean, he's got the resume. He's done it for a long time, but he's dug his heels in, and he wants to have his guys get settled in at playing defensive end before they make the switch to the jack. And I can't argue with that. I know Jim Knowles is the newer guy on the staff, and he's supposed to be the defensive guru, but I can't argue with Larry's reasoning here, especially when you're bringing in guys specifically for that edge rusher like Jack Sawyer, JT. Why has JT not been discussed at all in moving to this jack position? So anyways, I think Larry, like I said, dug his heels in. I don't think he's willing to budge, and I think it's a matter of this staff slash Jim Knowles getting on board, and we'll see which way it goes. I think they need somebody faster, more athletic, like a CJ Hicks. Honestly, I think you could consider him. Caden Curry's a little more athletic than Jack, but again, he's just going into his second year, and like I just said, Larry wants him to stay at D end. So we'll see how it hammers out. Let me know what you guys think. You think Larry's right? You think Jim Knowles is right? What do you think? You think Jack Sawyer belongs at that jack position? I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Find me on Twitter. Email me, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment on the gift card video. Link is in the description for this show. All right. Talk to you later. Good Bucks.